All right, so welcome everybody to the K7 Season 6 Town Hall. We're going to go ahead and start off with explaining how the league works and everything through these slides. Hero has the slides pulled up, so if you guys can, tune into his stream, and we'll be going through them as we go through this meeting. So first things first, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Hyper. I am the operations director. I oversee all departments within the league and help where is needed. So if the admins needed help or they needed help with Twitter or whatever the case may be, I would help them out. I've been around K7 since the season 1, around 2 months after it began, all the way back in January 20th of 2020. I eventually became a ref for K7 in season 2 and worked my way up into staff to where I am now. So going forward, as we go into these slides, we go into the welcome section for this season. In season 6, we aim to be a premier platform for any team or player that comes into the experience to experience this league. We believe in a system where all teams are valued under a supportive system, and our main focus in the league is the output of production to showcase orgs. Just like all recent seasons, there are minor production changes. For example, there's things that will happen, like rules will be changed or tweaked, whatever the case may be. So just be aware that just because it was one way last season doesn't mean it's going to be the exact same way this season. Going forward with the prize pool, it's going to be $1,000 prize pool. First place is going to get $850, and then second place will receive $150. So a little bit goes to second place. So if you didn't go all the way that away for no reason. And then just so you guys are aware, $800 of that prize pool comes directly from the buy-ins and the qualifier profits of that from the league. The other 200 comes from our sponsors, and just so everyone knows, our sponsors that we have this season are Gorilla, Kinder Nation, and Oscar Technologies, and Get Good Host. And then as we continue on to the next slide, coming into the next slide, we will go through with you all about the investments with our brand identity and the league production output. This season is how much the expenses are. There is no money taken from the prize pool or the assets or anything like that. So just so you guys are aware, everything that goes into the prize pool stays in the prize pool. $300 of money though will go to the promos and teasers. This is money that is separate from the prize pool. 250 of it goes to branding, which is the graphics, and then $350 will go to MISC expenses. This is just to show you guys, like, we also put money into other parts of the league, and not just to just the prize pool as well. So we make sure that we show ourselves off as professional as possible when it comes to other assets. With these assets, we do encourage you guys as the team to take advantage of resources and money being spent. As you can see, this image here is an example of times teams are able to get their matches streamed. It is a first come, first served when it comes to the stream matches. So definitely take advantage of this, because if you don't go through and you say, why is my matches not being streamed? Well, it's because you didn't get them scheduled for these times. And these times are set. They're not to be changed. If something does happen and say, if the match is supposed to start by, say something needs to be pushed back 15 minutes, we may take accountability of it depending on the reasoning for it, but that's about it. So don't be surprised if you come in and we don't, push the match back at all. Again, these are matches that are scheduled and you agree to the time, so that's the time that's going to be set when it comes to our scheduled matches. So again, first come, first serve. If you don't come and you don't schedule our match, you won't get any matches streamed unless it comes to the playoff bracket. So going into the next slide, this one, I'm going to go ahead and let Hero take over from here. If you guys do have any questions about what has been said so far, please save them for the end of the meeting, and we'll answer as many questions from myself, Hero, and/or Trig when it comes to the end of the meeting.
Cool. Awesome, man. Appreciate you, Hyper. Appreciate everybody coming to another town hall, another successful season about to start May 1st. Just to kind of clarify what Hyper said, he said it pretty clearly, but just so you guys understand, because sometimes we need to hear it twice. Those were actually the match times. I know there was cut off on the bottom because of how the slideshow was presented on the screen, but So that's the broadcast availability. Those is what we call prime time showcases. So you have to schedule your match on those times, and I'm gonna post it in the channel, so you guys see it later on. So once you know who your division is and who you're facing, and once you'll see the matches on Gorilla, the website, and everything, we also post it here on Discord. Then you can start working around with your opponent to see if you can schedule it for one of those stream times. We do aim to stream at least twice a week. I mean, I can make an exception if it's like another day of the week. You just have to have a reasonable time. 11 p.m. is not a reasonable time. Just putting that out there now. Neither is 10. Maybe, if I can get casters, because some of the casters go to sleep early. So, like, it's usually 9:30 is, like, the best slots if you're going to schedule it on another day. But if you want it streamed, let us know. I can't always guarantee it for you. I mean, everything is paid here. So as Hyper mentioned, a lot of the things like all of our broadcast talent, even production, it's all paid for. So like without your prize pool, without your buy-ins, it's all paid out of pocket or it's from our partners. So that's why we have partners in the league. To huge thanks and kudos to them for always making sure that we're able to provide at the end of our bargain. So that way we can showcase you guys as orgs. So real quick, structure and operation of this league. I'm Hero. I'm one of the shareholders here at the league, meaning I'm one of the owners. There is 3 other owners, which Sauce is in here as well. Game and Vic is also. I think Vic's here. I don't know. He's probably watching the Leafs game. Fucking loser. But what's it called? We're all the owners. So we have direct ownership to the league in terms of the business module, the business side of everything, and we make major decisions for the league in terms of what the future outcome is. We're not directly involved. We're not admins. So I just want to make this clear. We have a league commissioner and we have admins for a reason. Do not come to me directly if you're having issues. Utilize whatever you see as the chain of command right there, or the hierarchy, whatever you want to call it. I take care of the production stuff because that's where directly my investments go to in the league. So that's why you always see me around. Hyper takes care of the operations portion, as he mentioned. Game is more of the money guy. Vic is also an operations guy. Sauce is just here to be here. I'm joking, but he does a lot of stuff too in the background. But that's what we do.
Disrespectful as fuck.
But that's the shareholders group here in K7. I couldn't think of a better team of guys to be part of and to take part in this journey. We've been here except for Game for a while. I mean, Game's kind of new, so you'll never see him around anyway. He's always playing Minecraft for like a 30-year-old. It's kind of weird, but that's just him. So the operations director, which is Hyper, as he mentioned, he's the only individual who reports to us as like the group of shareholders. He just makes sure that he's telling us what's going on in the league. People are upset, feedback, whatever the case is. We listen to that, guys. It's not like we're here for your money, because we're not here for your money. We don't make any money off of you guys. Just if you guys haven't figured this out yet, we don't make any money from your buy-ins. I don't care about your money. I don't need your money. I'm just going to make that very clear. I have a very good job. I'm paid very well. I just do this for fun, and I really love to be part of the growth of your orgs, the part of growth of your players, and the part of the growth of the league. That's why I do this. And, we all share similar stuff as well within the league staff. So please do not tag us the whole time. I'm always friendly. You can tag me, like, in terms of, like, if you want a conversation or something. But if you want me to resolve something for you in terms of something that can be easily resolved by the admin or the league commissioner, Trig, or Hyper, you go to them first. I will blatantly ignore you purposely if you do that. So I'm just going to be very clear. There's a lot of differences in terms of, what our positions are. I have a lot going on. Within this league, so I can't always give everybody the attention. I know you guys love coming up to me, but we got to make a change here. So I just wanted to be very clear. So if you have questions, save them till the end, so that way we can go over your questions and stuff. So really quick, I just want to talk about the season format. It is the same format for the teams that are returning. It is a little different, so very quick. This year we'll obviously continue with the same approach. 4 divisions, 4 teams in each division. That's just an example as a chart, as you can see. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. The top two teams. So this is a what they call a two-stage event. So it's kind of like pool play. It's not really pool play, but it's like group play. So what they do is you face your team once every week, and you only face them once anyway. So week one you'll play team A, week two you'll play team B, week three you'll play team C, and then if you place top two within your division, you'll advance to the winners or the top side of the bracket for playoffs, which is week four. If you place, this is the catch here. So this is what we changed. If you place third place in your division, you still have a shot to win some money. So it's not over yet for you. Last year that wasn't the case. So week two, if you were 0-2, that was pretty much your season. So I mean, unless something changes, which only one division had like the craziest playoff like tiebreakers, and it was Division Delta. But you know, this year, yeah, Hyper knows what's up. This year it's a little different. So third place, you still have a chance, but if you advance in third place, you go to the losers bracket. So exactly how you see the majors being ran by the CDL, the 12 teams go to the major, and obviously one of them make their run on the losers bracket. If you lose in the losers bracket, all you know, that's it for you. The tiebreaker scenarios is overall win and loss record, map count, tie-breaking scenarios, or fair play rules, which means if you violate GAs excessively in this league, it is tallied. So what happens is, if I'm going to give an example what this means. Fair play means if you have 4 GA violations and the other team that needs to advance have 2, guess what? You're getting forfeited, or you're getting eliminated because you have excessively more GA violations than the other team. Never really happened because people actually follow rules. So let's just keep it that way, please. Don't be a smart ass or a smart aleck, and purposely violate GAs just to win a game. It will be tallied. The other team will probably dispute it. And that's the end of that. So very quickly, I always talk about this when I talk about this part. I get that in the heat of the moment. Obviously, we're playing for money. We're playing for passion. We're playing for the representation of each of your orgs that are here. If the refs make a decision, or the admins, whatever you want to call them, make a decision, and that decision is final, you can argue it. That's fine. If you disrespect any of my staff, man, I'm going to show you where the door is, and I'm going to show you that you'll never be welcome back here again. So one thing is we don't get paid to deal with your shit, and we're not going to deal with your shit. So if you disrespect staff members, it's your way out, and it's your way to be disqualified out of your roster. So I have a high expectations for the orgs that are here. Is if you have players on your team, they better be representing your org to how you want your org to be represented. Don't make don't make a fool out of your org. Don't make a fool out of your players. I get that in the heat of the moment, stuff happens. You have to give us time to review it. We also use COD agent refs to review disputes as well. So there's more than 4 eyes looking at your dispute. And that's that. So don't argue with my staff. We're not going to argue with you. Be professional as you can about it. I get it. It's a game. People have passion. But at the end of the day, if a decision is made, a decision is made. You can take it to the next level like Hyper, but, he's probably going to look at everything, and he's probably going to tell you the same, depending on what it is. If it's something really silly, he'll correct it, or trig, but that doesn't mean you're going to get overridden like that. So just want to be very clear. I know a lot of teams in here are also in other leagues. I don't care for other leagues. I'm going to be very clear. It's your team's responsibility to understand that you have matches to play here, and I get that you have matches to play in other leagues. I don't care about the matches in the other leagues. If they're pre-scheduled, that sucks for you. If you guys can't play a match within a course of 7 days, then man, I don't know what to tell you, because none of the matches here are pre-scheduled. The deal is matches start on Monday. They end by Saturday or Sunday. Trey could correct me if I'm wrong, but we give you 7 days to play your match. If you guys can't play a match in 7 days, there's nothing I can say. I know that a lot of you play challengers as well, and I get that's a priority for a lot of people. But again, you signed up for a league. You know what you signed up for. This is why we're talking about it right now. If you put challenges over this league on the day of your match, well, guess what? You're going to lose your match. Do not torch teams. If you torch teams, I will torch your record, and you will not make playoffs. So I'm going to be very clear. Do not league shark if you're going to try to torch teams, and do not torch just people's time, especially if you're on a production day, like you scheduled a match to be on production. Those people are paid for their time. If you torch my time, I will torch your time. So being respectful about it, just please organize your schedules to the best of your ability. Because I know some teams are in multiple leagues here. So I'm just going to put it at that. This is the only time I'm going to say it, and I'm not going to give you guys cuts or excuses for it. You guys know what's expected of you. You know of the schedule. The schedule will be posted far in advance. By the end of this meeting, when I post the matchups and we figure out the divisions, you guys will have the entire season scheduled before the season even starts. So, meaning like who your opponents are. And then you have to schedule your matches, obviously, and let us know. But that's really what I'm going to say about that. There's really not much to say. But if you have questions, save them towards the end. Unless, Trig, you have something to say or anything like that? I don't even know if he's here.
No, not really. Sounds good to me.
I'll say something real quick though, speaking of like as you brought up the GAs. But real quick, so we usually get a lot of questions about if like something's G8 or not. One thing I will say is, if you're a player, you should know what the GAs are, regardless of the fact. Like if you're a player and you don't know what the GAs are, I don't know what you're doing at this moment. But we follow all GAs through the CDL. So if the CDL has it GA'd, and which means pro players, not just the challenger scene, the actual CDL itself, then it's G8. It's as simple as that. So please don't be coming up to us and asking us that question, is this G8 or is that G8? If you don't know if it's G8, I mean, I'm just going to give you the response back. I don't know either. If you're going to ask me a stupid question, I'm going to give you a stupid answer. Especially with our admins, they're, doing other stuff. They don't want to be answering questions like that, especially if you as a player are playing in the league. You should know what to use and what not to use. So please don't come up and ask us that question as well. It's just a stupid question at the end of the day. So that's what I would add to the GAs as well, because we do get a lot of those every single season, and it's a little annoying considering you're a player and you should know what they are.
Alright, thank you, Hyper. So, real quick, I'm just going to go over like the most important sections of the rulebook. Every rule in this rulebook is important, obviously, but I'm just going to go over the basic stuff that you guys need to know as being part of this league. So, obviously, this is a cross-platform league. Last year, somebody thought this was an all-console league. I don't know how, but I'm just going to put that out there. This is all cross-platform. Mouse and keyboard are strictly prohibited, obviously. All the rules that you see in this rulebook are directly copied and pasted out of the Challengers rulebook as well. So, obviously, the use of ringer accounts, you should not be using ringer accounts or getting like scum to play on your account, whatever the case is. If we find out somebody's playing on your account that has obviously a better skill gap than you, then you might eliminate your entire team from the event. Video monitoring, you guys consent to video monitoring, meaning if you're on stream, obviously your strats are out there and they're put out there. I'm not going to block the freaking minimap, so I get why players ask about that in challenges, but I'm not doing that. If you're going to be on stream, you're going to be on stream. It really doesn't help the casters if we block the minimap, and it doesn't help with like the color casting either. So, if you're going to be on stream, you can use the stream as VOD. We always post a VOD to review, to see how the other team plays. You're more than welcome to do that. If you're on PC, you are required to stream. You should set a stream delay from 20 to 60 seconds, and you should provide us an active stream link upon request. If you cannot provide one, then that's going to be a problem, which can result into infractions. There's 4 levels of infractions. If you can't provide as a valid reason as to why you're not streaming, I get that it could affect your FPS, which I can give a damn less. But like if it does majorly affect your computer, then you have to provide us your specs, and then we'll find you other ways of how you can monicam or stream from your phone, which people do that. Cheating allegations, we've never had a cheater here, knock on wood. We had people accuse people of cheating, and I get that's something that's in the era of PC COD. But again, as I said, we review these very seriously. So, when you dispute somebody as a cheating allegation, everything is taken into consideration. All the staff reviews this. We have 4 admins. We have 1 league commissioner. Sometimes we'll ask opinions from other league commissioners and other league admins that we have a group chat in. And we also, Coach, who's one of the admins here, have a really good relationship with COD agent admins as well. So, we take these clips to them and they review with us. So that way they can give us better detail if they see something or if we see something. Um, there's a formal process to it. We may not give you an answer right away, but we will give you an answer. I'm going to show you I'll show you an example of what a ticket looks like. We actually create a ticket and we store it. And we put all the comments and everything on there and we share it with both sides. There's also 3 infractions of this. The first allegation is, we're going to require, obviously, we're going to watch your stream, essentially. The second allegation is we're going to make you Monty Cam in stream for a period of time. The third allegation, if it becomes serious, you will be suspended from your team and you cannot be rostered as a player. Never happened in K7 history, and I hope it doesn't. Cheating is not the way to win. And I'm just going to make that clear. Like, if you're cheating in this league, regardless, you will not come back to this league. Numbers of players, obviously you guys know that there's 4 players on each side, and there's 2 sitting subs that you're allowed in this league. So you can have a total of 6 people on your team. They have to reflect on the Gorilla website, or they have to reflect on the roster sheet for the Excel that we'll share with you, and Trig will go over all that fancy stuff here in a bit. I get the Gorilla website is people are having some issues using it. It's one of the greatest platforms that we'll be using going forward. Gorilla has been a huge partner for us, and they've been a huge help and resource for us. We'll help you get your rosters on there, but regardless if they're on the Gorilla website or if they're on our Excel sheet where we can track the stats and we can track the teams, that's where they should be showing up, so you guys know. Because it could be a little difficult navigating at first on Gorilla, but we'll walk you through it and we'll make sure that you guys get all the resources and support you can. Just to be clear, in terms of these are just like disconnect, lags, prematurely leaving the match. This is like all the things that could happen in a game. If there is a reset, there's round based game mode reset procedures, respawn based reset procedures, winning conditions, ties, proof, dispute evidence. You have to have proof if you're going to accuse somebody of somebody or if you're going to dispute something. Don't bring us stupid shit or we'll close the ticket on you. Gentleman's agreement, as we talked about, could result to warning, map loss, or even series forfeits, depending on the level of infraction. Using banned items, you shouldn't be using any banned items. As Hyper said, if you're a player and you're a competitive player, you should have anything but competitive integrity in your mindset, and you should be able to understand what you can and cannot use. Talks about what hardpoint search and control is, and also the items that shouldn't be used. Match scheduling. So this is the most important part. Trig will go over this in a few. There is a channel where you'll post when you scheduled your match, and there's a channel where you'll post when you play your match and report it. For the ones that played in Qualifier here, it's the same thing. Once your match is done, you report your score in the report area. When you schedule your match, there's a channel called Match Scheduler Poster. So once you know who your opponent is, you guys can go start scheduling the match. There's a 15-minute grace period in terms of showing up to your match. If you don't, because you're doing something else, if you're scrimming 10 minutes before your match, oh man, that's like the worst one. Don't do that. Like, if you know you're playing at 9, don't scrim at 8:45, please. Like, that's just going to start disputes and issues, and, if you're found that you're scrimming, you're losing your series. To be very true with you. If you know that you have an obligation to know that you're playing your match and that you're showing up to your match. So don't torch teams. You have a 15-minute grace period. All requests are subjected to be approved or denied by the league staff, by the way, as well. Um, and then obviously you just make sure you report your match. The veto system is what we use off the challenges. Um, there's going to be home and away team, which we'll explain pretty well. Trig will explain pretty soon once we know what the divisions will look like. And then obviously for you guys that played in qualifiers, and some of you played here last season or even seasons prior, you understand how the veto system works. It works the same way as challenges. But other than that, that's really the rule book or the handbook. Um, I'm gonna go over the Gorilla website real quick because a lot of you have not seen it, and a lot of you still need to make an account on it. So this is a Gorilla website. When you're signed in, you'll see your bubble. You can always change your avatar. You can manage your profile here. I mean, I have admin privileges, so you're gonna see a little differently. Um, just ignore like these parts. I know there's no prize pool or anything on here, but you guys know that it's $1,000. So at least we told you what the prize pool and everything is. You'll be able to also see your matches and the results here as well. These are not seeded perfectly, so just ignore this because we still haven't gotten every team signed up yet, and we still haven't gotten the groups assigned yet. But hopefully by Thursday, everything will show on here, and we'll also whatever's posted here, we'll post on Discord, so you guys are aware. Um, so the seating and everything is incorrect right now, just so you guys all know if you're looking at it. But every player, and every team is required to have a Gorilla account and required to have registered on this. If you still haven't done that, it's important that you message me to do so because I'm the one that controls the Gorilla site and everything for the league. Like I don't own the site, just to be clear. It's not our site. It's a third party. But it's important that you guys are all registered. Every single player needs to be registered. So just making that clear. But in terms of that, I am going to hand it over to Trig since he created this entire section of the Discord, and he can go over it with you guys. If Trig's still here and alive.
Yeah, hanging in there. All right. Well, as we get into things real quick, I guess I can do a little quick introduction. I'm Trig, lead commissioner, K7, other stuff as well that I do throughout. If you don't know me, well, welcome to getting to know me. For those who do, well, you know what I do. You know what you know how I run things. But with that being said, yeah, we can go through a little bit of the Discord stuff here. I don't really know if I should be sharing my screen or not. I guess not. We'll go with what I guess he already has the image there, so we'll roll with that. Season dates. That's going to be your channel. I guess I should say this is all going to be under the season area section, basically in the Discord, which you should all be able to see. Season dates going to have your dates for when the matches are due. Starting May 1st, goes the first week, 7 days, ends on Sunday. Week 2 starts on that next Monday afterwards, and etc. for the first 3 weeks, and then we get into a playoff weekend. Playoff weekend dates and times, I think, are to be decided at the moment, but they should be probably the weekend after the last game, basically, for week 3. I just not 100% on that, but we'll figure that out, and same thing with times for that. With that being said, season announcements, that's where you'll be viewing any updates and stuff like that. We'll tag you guys and all that, but it is really your job to be paying attention to season announcement dates and really anything in this channel. That is your responsibility to use and look at as needed. With that ticket area, if you need to make a ticket, we're going through that system. You just pretty much react to a little message there, fill out a little bit of information, and then we can get you all sorted in a private chat that it automatically generates. Upcoming matches is pretty much exactly as it says. Not really a whole lot to go over there. Season links. That is going to be stuff like the Gorilla website. I think we'll put in there, and the stat sheets, stuff like that. Really, anything external from the league that wouldn't be viewed specifically on Discord would be linked through there. With that being said, the K7 season chat area. Well, it's pretty much exactly as it says. For the season, you guys can chat in there, do what you like, say hey, tag someone, say hey, I message you on Twitter, Discord, you know how it all goes. I think that's not the most uncommon chat in leagues. With that match schedule poster, that is where you will be posting once you schedule matches. It is really considered official once you post it in there and tag the teams involved. If it is not, it is very much not considered an official match. Really, for us, we don't know what you're doing. So if something gets marked incorrectly for not having a match played, or something like that, or anything like that, well, I should have posted in there. And that also goes for match disputes saying, hey, so-and-so is not showing up. If you don't let us know that the match is an official time, well, we can't really help you as much there.
Please don't wait last minute to schedule your match.
Yes, that is true. Gulag, some of you have used that throughout the qualifiers already. I believe, who is it? Was Sauce said it last time around? Stays in there, was posted in there, stays in there. Really have some fun little banter and stuff like that. But overall, that is where that guy, your discourse with others is going to be. Leave it out of anywhere other chats, please, because that is what that is for. With that being said, we have the match score report. That is where you will be posting the official match scores of your games. That is not screenshots. That is just purely, hey, we won 3-0. There will be a format in there where you put in the week along with the teams and the score. In there, you can kind of scroll up and see how other teams had done it in the past. But that is really, when you get your match done, you got your score set, posted in there. With that being said, that leaves us down to scoreboards, the realistically last and final chat. That is where you will post screenshots of your scoreboard. Now, I don't believe those are necessary really by default. The only reason I would ask for a scoreboard is if a match result is contested. So you may want to take screenshots because if a match is contested, I'm going to need proof that that match was played and the scores of them, obviously. However, the scoreboard chat also serves as a second function, and that is tracking stats. For those of you who have kind of seen me around, you know I got a nice little stat sheet going. K7 will have the most advanced version. They will have the most updated one, so that includes map stats as well for players and teams, and special team stats in there as well. So if you would like that, feel free to post caster scoreboards or player scoreboards in there. Really just need to let us know the teams, and that's kind of about it for there. But then we can get that sorted, and you guys can have a fun time looking at who is the top dog in the KD department, who's the best rated player, and, well, more importantly, who's performing well on what map. Nice stuff there that we got going on. I don't believe there's anything else that I really need to go over. I guess we also have Media Kit as well, which is somewhere in the Discord for team logos for anyone who does their own graphics and advertisement and stuff like that. You can nab some team logos from there.
Yeah, it's above the entire area, by the way. So for those of you that are trying to find it, that's where we'll post all the. For those of you that do graphics for your match days and stuff, and you want to post it, you can grab the other team graphics on there. I understand that not everybody's logo's on there yet. I'm still missing 2 teams or 1 team. Once I get it and I resize it, then you guys are good to go on the media kit area. It's got all the K7 logos too, and I'll put the nice fancy Season 6 logo on there as well. But, Trick, appreciate it, man. Unless you got something else to let everybody know about.
I think that's about it for me, realistically.
Awesome.
Like I said kind of earlier before, if you've seen me around, been in other leagues that I've been involved in, you know how things go. You know the process.
Man of people.
Yeah.
But,
but yeah, that's about it. I don't know if Hyper has anything else to add about any of these K7 specific channels.
Well, no, I'm good.
All right.
Vic, you got anything to add? Are you still watching the Leafs get smacked? Probably not. All right, so this is the Q&A and feedback section of the presentation. We're pretty much almost done. We're going to do the group drawing pretty much after this, right? I think so. Hold on. Yeah, we are. Okay. Yeah, so if any of you have any questions or anything, now's the time to ask, or if you have feedback, now's the time to bring it up. I'll give it a few minutes. I know some people are shy. Damn, no questions. I like that.
Sounds good to me.
I hoped everybody paid attention.
I got a question.
Oh gosh,
Oh shit.
why did we say it?
So with the streaming, I just want to make sure if the league is streaming it, does the players have to stream?
It's Trig for answer that one.
Yes. We're going
Okay.
with that now. Yeah,
Okay.
PC players stream. That just means the stream is up. Monitor cam requests and stuff like that were processed and let you know if you have to have a monitor cam stream specifically, but you do need to have a player stream if you're on PC.
At all times.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
From the
Everyone
time
on
that
PC
your
has to do
match, everyone on PC.
That
From
is
time
the
your
rules
match
as of now.
starts-
Yes.
Yeah. From the time that your match starts to the time your match ends, you need to be streaming the entire time.
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
All right, Hyper probably knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's a disconnections part in the rule book. So I had something happen in the qualifiers as to where S&D someone lagged out, game was ended, we had a streak. See, if we're going off CDL or challenger rules here, we automatically get a round off that. Yet we were forced to go get their streak back. And I mean, I just want to make sure that that's a rule set before we start playing, because with
Once there's a
Steam and
kill-
Battle.net.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's like specifically like Battle.net, like a wide range of things. Like if it's something that's sort of out of your control, like in the sense that it's like the whole Battle.net goes down and stuff like that, and whatever, like that can kind of be addressed as needed, depending on the situation. That did happen during qualifier 2, I believe.
Yes, it did.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
There were
at
two
some point.
situations. We had the Battle.net go
Yeah.
down and an S&D 4 to 4 round, and then we had a player, what she's specifically talking about. We had a player that's power went out, and the other team had a streak. That's the one he's talking about right now.
Yeah. It really just comes down to once you get a kill, is how I've been doing it. 30 seconds or kill, and after that, play it out, and then we just kind of take it as after that, reset it.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question?
Well, I mean, it's more of like a what to do in that situation, like what to expect in that situation. Like he lagged out before the round started, but after the
depends
we were
how it looks, to be honest with you, but yeah.
okay. So it's just a guaranteed streak back, or
It
It's
depends
a
on
round
the
one.
situation, like I said. If you play it out, and that's kind of how it goes. Like I said, first kill, 30 seconds, about how it goes. Play it out, you play it out.
Did anybody have any other questions?
Cricket? Alright.
Going once, going twice. So, alright, I think we're good.
Okay, well, if you guys have any other questions or anything, feel free to message Trigger Hyper or any of the admins. But I guess now I'm gonna have Trig share his screen because he's gonna do the group drawings.
Give me one moment.
Yeah.
Greg slacking, how usual.
Which one do I do? I gotta do this one. Alright, so we're doing, just to let you know, the first few teams are already pre-decided because this is how it goes from the qualifiers. The first place and second place of qualifier 1, first place and second place of qualifier 2 automatically get that kind of top spot for their section there. So have fun with that. With that being said, it is kind of broken up a little bit, so that way qualifier 2's third/fourth, because it was not a double elim, because it was single elim, they kind of tied. We'll spin the wheel for who gets put in Alpha, who gets put in Bravo, and then for qualifier 1, third and fourth, we'll spin a wheel to see who gets put in Charlie, who gets put in Delta. after that, we'll go with all the buy-ins, which are all kind of randomized, and we'll kind of make it by group after that. All right, guys, we're good with that. We set good. No arguments. Cool. Moving on. So which one is this? This is qualifier 2. Qualifier 2 and 3. Heroics, Neoteric. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name wrong or not. I probably did during Vanguard. But it is what it is. We spin the wheel for who's going in to the group Alpha to join Team Mist, who took first in qualifier 1. And it will be Heroics. GG. Congratulations, we'll remove you from the pool. You guys are playing in the group with Mystic. Oh, that's big. Alright, we'll fix that later. That would, I don't know, spin the wheel for fun. Who could it be? Couldn't quite nap that before. Well. Anyway, qualifier 2. Yeah, Neotic. I actually don't know who either of those two lost to. I mean, lost to 1 and 2, but I don't know which one lost to which. But with that being said, out of that we go into the second wheel. Zero Common, Arctic Gaming got 3rd and 4th for qualifier number. Oh, sorry, they're qualifier number 1. Neoteric and Heroics were qualifier number 2. Arctic Gaming, fun stuff. I believe we still need a roster from them unless something has changed in the last hour or so.
They're still putting one together.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they shape up. Anyway, Zero Common will be taking that other spot. So with that, now we come into the buy-ins, which have some pretty interesting teams, I must say. Moving on to this wheel, which is going to be where most teams apply to.
You may want to fix the font though real quick, because it's gonna get really outrageous here in a second.
Yeah. NACAL / New York. Fun stuff. We're moving on. Remove that. I don't know, 10? Sure, 10. We can go with 10. So it's New York joining the Alpha Squad arena. Joining into Bravo. NY, I believe is They and Co, actually. So that should be fun. I think they're pretty solid enough.
Alright.
Treaty Gaming, this is, not gonna lie, gonna be a tough one for everyone in Bravo. Good luck, have fun.
Have fun with that one.
Yep.
That's
It's
GG
alright.
and Co.
Orlando Outlaws got the top seed in the group anyway, so they should be fine, right? Anyway, moving on. Vanguard Gaming. Been around for a little bit. I don't really know what their squad is currently, so I don't really know how they'll perform, but I think they've been, my experience historically mid.
I'll say this though, they did have some heat to say though. They said they'd taken it all this season, so we'll see.
Well, we'll see indeed, because Noah Flight, well, they got a squad, and they should also be very solid historically. So their squad, I believe, should be pretty good overall. They will be joining Delta. So that'll be an interesting, I don't know. I think all these groups are going to be interesting for right now. Moving on into Alpha, the final spot. Who gets it? It is going to be Torn. Don't know a single thing about this org or team that I can remember. So, good luck. Nice to meet ya. We'll see how you do.
Oh, this is perfect. This is
This will
perfect.
be Volan Esports. They'll have a fun time over here.
I ain't gonna lie, it ain't my spot to say this, but it's up.
Yo,
It's up, bro. It's
the
fucking
entire Bravo
I'm so
division is
happy that happened, to
stacked.
be fair.
Yo, that
That is
entire
gonna be good.
division is probably gonna be the hell division, bro.
Someone's going home from that one. Someone ain't making playoffs. Anyway, it's Achilles and Co, I guess. I don't know if they have a team name or not, to be honest with you.
I think he's in here.
I'm not in here enough. And the last one will be disengage,
Spit in the real
which will be
Delta.
Delta.
I am
I believe
definitely
it's the
liking
guys
the
that
Bravo
I
division.
know. They may have a rough road with Nola in final form. I don't know anything about Zero Common really that I can remember, but I'm gonna be honest with you. All these top teams, I mean, who got like first and second, should be fairly solid off the bat. But then you also got Treaty,
31's gonna
Nola
be,
Flight in there. I think NACAL squad should be okay, and then the second places also should be pretty okay too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but that whole Bravo division, man.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
one
that's
down
a
here, this
scary
one's gonna
division.
be. I think Neoteric may have a tough one. They may have got that second place chip on them,
Damn,
but
like disrespect to
or no, sorry, they
lose.
got a third, fourth, but I don't know who they played. But yeah, Woven,
Cassie trying to make.
Outlaws
Is
should be
Cassie
pretty
still on
good.
that roster, Rafiki?
I don't know.
Let me see.
What?
Yeah.
Is
Yes,
Cat?
he is.
He is. Oh
Yeah.
yes. Please tell him to win. He can break a record in the league if he wins.
Who's on Treaty? Who's on Treaty 1?
That's
I'm not worried about
Juju and
Orlando
Co.
Outlaws. But who are they?
damn.
I don't know. I don't know anyone from Outlaws.
That's
I'll
Who's
be honest with
Treaty?
you.
Treaty.
We're asking who's
is-
Treaty.
Treaty, Juju the Don and Co. It's Juju
Oh, ain't nobody worry
and some
about
other
them.
people I don't
He needs
remember.
to find a job.
Yes.
Damn.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay.
Gulag about to be active this year.
I came back.
Oh, yeah, that's
Someone
it.
named Parrish was talking. I had to come back.
Wait, who's talking?
Or was it Poison?
I don't even know.
Wait. What team you play for? What team you playing for?
Woven.
Oh, okay.
They got my.
Was- Hey, it wasn't me, bitch.
Hey,
Damn.
calm down with the B word, brother. I
Damn.
don't know you. You're talking smack over a virtual reality. Go outside.
Virtual reality. Hey, let me find out you're playing in VR, bruh.
Go outside, Brody. Calm down.
You sound like you smoke 7 packs a day, man. Get a
And
grip.
that's a good one. Get a job.
It begins.
Get a job, bro. You're on the game as well. You're on the fucking toy.
I just got out of my job to be in this, you fucking
toy.
moron.
You're on the fucking toy talking, bro. What are you talking about, man?
Calm down, Brody.
All right, last thing is Sauce has an important announcement to make about his show. So take the time right now to listen to what Sauce has to say. I think he left. What a guy, bro. What a guy. Alright, but we don't interview players right after the game. We interview them like throughout the course of the week. So if you ever wanted to be on like the podcast or the show, we kind of recap what happened the week prior and what's expected the week ahead. So we kind of treat it as the interview, like after your game or whatever. But it's a pretty cool show. You know, we had a lot of players participated in it last year. It's called The Headshot. So if you guys ever want to be part of it, you definitely want to hit Sauce Mandela up if you want to be a special guest. It's where you can talk your shit as well. But other than that, we'll be posting a lot of messages here very shortly and making a lot of graphics. Want to wish the best of luck to all teams. Appreciate everybody coming down. For those that didn't come down and you're watching this video, you missed out on the shit talk. But love it.
Hey, Poison, you want to play for money? Like right now?
You want to get a job?
I have a job. That's why I can play with money, you fucking moron.